Well, hello there, everybody. This is Christine Bertram, and I'm coming to you live from the Hive here in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. And we are tardy on a Monday afternoon, and that's because you can plan for a lot of things, but you can't plan for when the cat is going to puke. And I just cleaned up a whole bunch of it. So, and if you can see behind me, I have some beautiful and amazing flowers here, and I just got them about 2 hours ago. My team leader, Kelly Atchison, sent them to me for all the good things I have accomplished this last year, and I thought that we could handle doing the live with the cats in the room with the flowers. And I gave them a couple opportunities, and I finally just gave them the boot. They are officially in the garage, and now we don't have to worry about them going after these beautiful flowers. So look at them, they're so pretty. Lots of white roses and the purple here, lots of purple. So my favorite color is purple. And so these are right up my alley. So if you're looking for the cats, I don't think you will see them unless Hunky is still in here, but I don't think he is. But they're gone. They're officially kicked out after cleaning it all up. Yeah. Oh, hi, Debbie Gass. Hi, Susan Bellamy. Hi, Gwen Goda. Hi, Sherry Martin and Mary Carls and Mary Lemke. And there's Wendy Tick as well. Yay. So you girls are the early birds. Hi, Jenna. You girls, and Sherry's here too. You're the early birds that got the worm. So Honey is doing better. So not to be too gross and disgusting, but while she was at UW Veterinary Care down in Madison, they determined that she still had worms, and they were not gone after doing the 2 bouts of over-the-counter medicine that we had. Hi, Linda Kester. Thank you so much. Hi, Randy. Hi, Debbie. Oh, I think Debbie's a beautiful. So they gave her a deworming medicine, and so apparently it was very taxing on her body, and she was throwing up starting Thursday when we got her. Hi, Paula Rice. Hi, Cindy Rentry. Hi, Susan Ray Hendricks. She started throwing up 3 times a day, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. By the time Saturday rolled around, the little girl had not a lot in her because she kept throwing up everything she was eating. We were taking a syringe and forcing water down her throat so she would stay hydrated and not become dehydrated. Hi, Jeannie Parker. Hi, Judy Sharp. So little by little, I think the days passed, and then Sunday rolled around and she started to eat a little bit. And then this morning she ate even more. But now whatever I gave her, something different to try, and I think that upset her stomach. And so all over. Hi, Jean. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Donna. So yeah, needless to say, the cats are still very, when you have a sick child or a sick pet, they take more time and energy than you're normally used to, and everything just takes longer to get done because you get up and check on them and take care of them. Hi, Mary Schreiber. So needless to say, I thought in my head this morning I was going to get 1 million things done, and I probably got 6 things done, which I should feel happy and proud for the 6 things, but I wanted more. I wanted more. But that's how it goes. So after we're done with class, I have the afternoon to keep working through emails, you guys. It was an amazing weekend. It's hard to stay on top of emails, you guys. It really is. I don't have anybody, and I say this, but I get new people that don't realize that I'm the only one that checks my emails. I'm the only one that responds to people. I don't outsource or have a helper with that. And so the email responses are always hard to keep up with. Not complaining, just saying that I try. Hi, Christy. Hi, Sandy. Hi, Connie. And I just hit my knee on my desk. And so she's doing better, but it was a touch and go with the weekend, especially during onstage on Saturday. I went in, we had a big watch party here. We had like 16 people here. I'll show you some pictures, but every 2 hours I was sneaking in to go check on her to make sure she was okay. But that's the benefit of being able to do events here at my house. Hi, Jean Terwilliger. Thanks for all the hugs and the love, you guys. She'll get better. She's over the hump, we think. It's just a matter of getting her past like the next week of getting that stuff cleared out of her system. And it's not anything fun or pleasant to talk about, but it is what it is, right? Hunky and Tigger, though, on the other hand, Hunky is way over the hump, and he is full of pea and vinegar, if you know what I mean. Just wanting to play and have fun. And Honey's getting to that point where she actually is chasing the mouse around and chasing her little possum around. And so Yes, plain cooked rice would help. And also, Deb Norman gave me some information too about pumpkin seeds. Apparently, pumpkin seeds have amino acids in them that worms don't like, and it repels them from the host's body. So we ordered something that has pumpkin seed in that we can add to their food, and we're just going to give it to all of them because I've often heard if one has it, then all of them have it. Hi, Deanna Stell. So we're working through the cats, you guys. On the surface, they look great, but like if you got something working in your belly, it's not always the easiest thing. So, all right. So on stage, though, you guys, back to that. If you guys are with Stampin' Up! And you happen to do on stage this past weekend, you might have learned that I had a secret that I had to keep secret for like 2 months. Hi, Sharon Land. Exciting news was that I was awarded to be the recipient of the Statement of the Heart for the next coming year. And we have a big event. Thanks, Susan Bellamy. We have a big event next year again. So the Wounded Warrior card making benefit was a huge success this year. We're super excited. And going into next year, we are going to be picking the Wounded Warrior project again for the October World Card Making card benefit on October 5th. You guys mark your calendars. It is going to be the biggest event to date. I can only imagine. Have you checked your other? Yeah. So Donna, the other cats are going to get the same medicine. And so we're going to try a natural remedy first. And if we can't get that to work, then we'll go for a prescription. But we hate to put more stuff in their bellies. So hi, Lynn Beasley. So Statement of the Heart, you guys. I was awarded it. Yay, from the Eastern region. And it's going to be to support the benefit that we have in October, not the one in April. We picked the one in October. Hi, Victor, meaning. Hi, Margaret Rika. There's Angelique. Yay. So it's awesome. I've already got the event created. And so we're going to be like knocking the socks off of any event that we've ever done. You can already start signing up if you really want to, but we could wait until after the other benefit is done. And so it's super exciting. I had to fill out an application back on June 30th, and I got it done on the last day that it was open. And then they went through an application interview process where I had to answer questions and talk to people, and they interviewed me and the other candidates, and then they narrowed it down to me. And so I'm so excited because Sarah Douglas will be coming here in person to be here for the event, and possibly Shelly Gardner, which is super exciting. I adore Shelly and Sarah. I have nothing but love and admiration for them allowing me to have the opportunity to do what I do, which is share what I love with you guys. And so it's awesome. So I'm just coming. Hi, gotta head back to work. Okay, Feline, no problem. So I'm going to share with you guys a little picture. Let's see if I have it here. So lots of stuff. I think, hang on, there's a lot of stuff there. I think there. So this is what everybody got to see yesterday, or Saturday. And it's, so I was the East Demonstrator recipient. And so that, and then they talked about the Wounded Warrior project and what it's for. And so just watch for details, you guys. I'm super excited. Just make sure you mark your calendars, because my goal, don't laugh. I have an aggressive goal, because Stampin' Up! Will match up to $10,000. So, or donate up to $10,000. And so I've been doing the math, like how do we raise $10,000 to match their $10,000? And because I want it to be like the best benefit ever to support our veterans. And in my head, I'm like, well, we did 80 for the last one. So 80 was the number that donated. And plus then we had the extra bonus card. So my goal, you guys, in my head, I'm like, let's do 200. Let's have 200 of the donations, and they are going to donate the supplies and the materials. So of the donation that you make, 100% of it is going to go to the project. And then we raised the price for next year just to get a little bit more. So we're going to raise it. It's going to be $35 instead of a $30 donation, but it's an extra $5 to go for a good cause. And so if I did the math times like 200, I'm like, well, that's $7,000 right there if we sell 200 or have 200 donations. And then we have the extra bonus card, which would be a $5 donation. And then let's say if we have 100 people that do that, that's an extra $500. And then we have the raffle. And if we can do like $2,500 on the raffle, which is 3 times what we normally do, but Stampin' Up's going to help with that too. They're going to have baskets at the home office, and they are going to have them. Sarah Douglas and I are going to do a joint live sharing and displaying what the baskets are here and what the baskets are there, and they'll ship the baskets that are won from the home office out to whoever wins them, and we'll ship the baskets from here to wherever. And so it's going to be just awesome. Like, I got the goosebumps, you guys. I'm just super excited, stoked for it. I want to knock the socks off of this event. So yay, yay, yay. So yes, Debbie, yes, share. So, and Susan wants to help too. Yeah. And so the other thing too, that we're super excited, because if we went from 80 to 200, the bandwidth of my team, like, I'm going to need more help, right? So, oh man. So yeah. And you guys reach out to me, and I'll start making a list of people who want to help, who want to donate. And the other thing too is, if you want to make a bigger donation, like, I had somebody that made a $300, and I don't expect this out of everybody. Somebody made a $300 donation to the last benefit. If you even want to add $5 or $10 or $15 to it to add on to your donation, like, that's perfect too. And that will help us get to our 10,000. And maybe then we don't have to have 200. Maybe we can shoot for 150, right? Because I'll be honest with you, for my team to make the 80, we had 15 people attended in person. The other 65 times 5 plus the other 60 cards were all handmade by us that week before. And it got to be a lot. We were burned out, you guys. We really were burned out. We didn't show it, but we were done. We were like, we can't look at another card, even though we had to keep looking at cards. It was a lot. So we need to start working up ahead, like 3 weeks in advance, to make the cards. And the crazy thing is that we come out of the Autumn Creative Escape in September, going right into the benefit. And so we go from one huge event to the next huge event. So yeah, anybody who's local or close to me, or somehow if you're not local, how we can figure out how you can help, like, that would be amazing. So you guys, there's a Victor, meaning that it keeps having weird emojis in here. And do we need to ban him because it looks like he could be a spammer? Can you make it so those that of us are out of town can make our own cards, so you don't have to make all the cards? So that is a possibility, Donna. The only reason I hesitate with that, only because we pick 5 different stamp sets, and we do use focal images, and they're specific. And I don't do a live class. I don't do a YouTube live, and I don't write up a tutorial. It's like my easy event in terms of those 2 things, which isn't making it easy for everybody else. But I guess if we did that, I would probably need to plan for it to be a class. And for those people, I guess we could give people the option of, do you want your cards made or do you want your cards kitted? And just know that when I design these cards with my team, like when we sit down and we design them, you think it's a troll. Okay. Hi, Jennifer Jones. If you guys are good with us designing, knowing that it could be a specific stamp, that you might not own the stamp set, and you're good at being creative and not having it be the same, I would be okay with that. Thanks, Janice. So anybody who does want to help with this, please send me an email or a text, and all you have to do is put in the text, I want to help you with the benefit however you need help, okay? And I will start a spreadsheet with everybody's name that wants to help, and then we'll figure out how people can help us differently, okay? So we need to ban him. Okay, you blocked him. Perfect. I will hard press on him too and block him as well. Report. Go to report. Okay. Unwanted commercial content or spam. Sure. So send me emails or texts or however you normally correspond with me. Just reach out to me that way and say you would like to help with the benefit, however it would work best for you to help. And we'll figure out the way. And so I like your idea. I do like your idea. It was Donna that suggested it. So what we could do is put an option on there that people who want to make their own cards, is we would kit them up. And so let's say maybe only 20 people want them kitted, but that's 20 times 5. That's an extra 100 cards we physically don't have to make here. And if it means me writing up a tutorial, that I would write up a tutorial for those 5 cards, or I would do a live. Because by the time I do a live, it's about the same amount of time it takes me to write a tutorial. You guys, it takes about an hour and a half to 2 hours to do a live. Hi, Karen Wetstein. Or it takes me about an hour to write a tutorial. So I look at it as that saves me that 3 hours potentially of doing that extra stuff. So I guess what we could do is put that on there as an option when you guys actually sign up. When I create the when I create the sign up for it, I will put on there, are you going to attend in person? Are you going to want your cards made, or are you going to want kits? And I will give you guys that. And people may be tempted to buy more than one kit if we can have a party at our own house. Debbie Gass, that's a phenomenal idea. Okay, I like that. That is good. Write that to me in an email so I don't forget that. Hi, Carmen Sanders. So what you guys could do, Debbie, perfect. I'm going to use you as an example. Debbie might say, hey, I have 4 of my friends and we're going to get together on World Card Making Day. We will support your benefit by buying 5 kits or 4 sets of kits. Here's your $35 times however many we want. Mail us the kits and we will have our own World Card Making Day party to honor the cause that you're doing, and everything's prepped ahead of time. I like that idea, and then you could facilitate something at your house. I get it. And then you could make all the cards together and you could supply what stamps and inks and other adhesives, or everybody bring their own adhesive. Yeah, you guys, this is why we're talking about this. This is fun stuff. Okay. And then that would help maybe 5 of you and your friends get together and make it easy for you to facilitate and help work the benefit. So, okay, yeah. See, you guys, I'm open to ideas, suggestions, even constructive criticism. You guys, I'm not perfect, and I always like ways to improve, and I never take anything personally. So I always look for opportunities to improve. Okay, love it. So I will be getting a plaque. They haven't mailed it yet, but I do know that once it arrives, you guys, I will share it with you, and I will be able to display it proudly. Polly Libby, I was going through my emails, Polly, and I owe you a phone call, I think, at this point. You asked me about envelopes, and I missed the email in the interim of the last couple weeks, and I know that now I need to talk to you about the envelope. So, and Jennifer, thanks her. Okay, so if you guys want to already start thinking about that now, if you want to facilitate a party at your house using the kits that we make up, we would, like I normally do, I would have everything in the envelopes with a slip on top. And if you gave me, even if you don't have the people's names, I would give you the slip of what the name of the class is with a little thank you. And you could order ahead and tell me, I want 5 sets and I want 4 sets. And then you guys can organize it within your group. Yay, I love it. Yes, Jeannie Parker thinks her group would be good with that too. Awesome. And then that would promote World Card Making Day on top of it. And love it. So you guys, Saturday was Veterans Day. So it was super cool that this all kind of coincided and happened with Veterans Day and my project being announced, or the group that we're supporting. It was awesome. Cindy said, great ideas for group parties at our homes. Yes. And it's all benefiting a good cause. So, and then of that $35, you know that all of it is getting straight donation to the Wounded Warrior Project to help our veterans. So I love it, you guys. This is fabulous. I want all those ideas to be written down to me. Sending an email is fine, Polly. Okay, well, I feel like I should chat with you. So, all right, you guys, we're here for the Magical Meadow class, which is Let's Just Stamp. I was 10 minutes tardy, you guys, and so I know we're a little bit into class, but do you guys want to see some swap cards? I have 14 swap cards that my team, we did a little team swap party on Saturday after the onstage was done. And so I have 14 cards. If you guys, I could run through them and show them to you so that at least you can see them right away. I mean, because you guys can't see it, but over here I do have a plethora of cards to share with you. And I'm like, I need to do a swap card showcase. And I'm thinking this is the week to do it. But I know it's going to take about 2 to 2.5 hours to show you all the cards that I have. It's a lot. But I will show you the 15 or 14 that I have here if you want to see them right now. So, okay. And what else? Oh, the seasonal sale. I don't know if you guys saw it, but there is a seasonal sale starts tomorrow. They used to call it, okay, perfect. I'll share them with you guys. They used to call this online extravaganza. So if you've been with Stampin' Up or using Stampin' Up stuff for a while, they, maybe 5 years ago, 4 years ago, 3 years ago, it was called online extravaganza, and it was to kind of correlate with Black Friday and Cyber Monday, and it was hard. They caused a little disruption with things running out and the markets across different markets in the world, and it didn't. So now what they did is they switched it to a seasonal sale, and I think this is either the second or the third year that they're doing it. The seasonal sale is tomorrow and Wednesday and Thursday. So the 14th through the 16th, they have a discount on different things, and I want to share it with you really quick. It was ribbons, papers, and inks, if I'm not mistaken. And I have an email slated to go out at 3:15, I think. Jennifer's excited for the sale. Yay! It's slated to go out this afternoon. So in case you didn't get an email about it yet, and you get emails from me, you will see the email like within the next couple hours. So Mary Lemke forwarded this to me because I actually never got the email. But there's 10% off of ribbons and trims, 15% off of inks, and 20% off of papers. All right, so super good deal. But the only thing is, you guys, don't get confused if you're trying to order something from the holiday mini catalog or the online exclusives. It does say here it's from the annual catalog. All right, not the other catalog and not online exclusives, but that is what's on sale starting tomorrow. And that's tomorrow, like midnight Mountain Time. So it'd be 1 a.m. Central or 2 a.m. Eastern. I do have in my email, if you do use my host code to order, you can get, you're eligible for free classes with me that are offered free with a purchase. Like the Sweet class, the Let's Just Stamp, the monthly class. It could be December or anything past or even this month yet, anything I have available. The other thing is, if you do a $50 order and you use my host code, I'll put anybody in that does place in a $50 order or more, I'll put them in for a drawing to get either, there's a stamp set called The Hills of Tuscany that's in the new mini that I was able to order during pre-order this past weekend. So there'll be a stamp set that they can choose from, or I have a collection of bundles that I have that somebody could pick a half off bundle and take advantage of getting a bundle at half price. Hi, Maria Gilbertson. Maria was down, you guys. She drove down from Two Harbors, Minnesota. She's on my team. And she made the trek down with her husband. And they drove down Friday. She was here with me all day Saturday. And then they drove back yesterday. So that was awesome. And I'm glad you made it back safe and sound. Hi, Shelby Dixon. All right. So you guys, you want to see something? You want to see cards. So we'll get ready for this class momentarily. Let's show you the swap cards that I got here. So I had some other Happy Mail too. Oh, you guys know that one. So there's still time. Oh, you guys, we never pulled the mystery card night names. Okay, so we're not going to do the mystery card night drawing today. I will be doing it most likely Thursday. Okay, so you still have time. I bought you guys more time for mystery card night. And you also still have time to submit your card for the Share, Create, Inspire class. All right, so that's why I had that here, just to remind you, you can still do that. Well, hang on. These are Happy Mails. The swap cards are actually on a pile right here. Okay, let's grab these. Okay, so this is from Karen Forward. She chose Oh Holy Night. She blended all of the deckled circle with navy ink. She made like a Dutch doors, so when it opens up, it has the Oh Holy Night. The stars are brightly shining. And so she's got her gatefold kind of like the Dutch. To me, it's like a Dutch doors kind of fold. And then she's got very pretty on the front and one little star, the North Star, and then some sparkle gems here. So that was, Night Divine, deckled circles. She used Night of Navy and Starry Sky. So that was Karen Forward's card. This one is Miss Tracy Sorge. And it's just a note. So she used Darling Details, Stamp and Dies, Pretty Peacock with Lemon Lolly. So I don't think I would have thought about putting Lemon Lolly with Peacock, but it really goes. Circle Punches, the Trio embossing folder with the dots from that Basics embossing folder, and then that variegated Balmy Blue with white ribbon, and then her inside. So requirements with me, when I do team swaps, anybody who's on my team and hasn't swapped with me yet, you need to include a recipe of some sort so I can talk about it educatedly. That's not a word, I know that, but I can talk about it smartly so I know what was used. And then also insides have to be completed. That is a rule. And this one comes to us from, now I hope that they all followed the rules, right? This one is from Christina Heiser. And she was here in person and she told us, I can't remember the name of the set. It's from the mini catalog. She used the deckled circles. Somebody watching me might know the name of that set with the little critters in the mini. And then that embossing folder is also from the mini with the words. It's like one of the Christmas ones. And then the Merry, Bold, and Bright Designer Series paper. May your season be one that's festive and fun. And she added some designer. So we always like focal image or designer paper to finish off the inside. This one is from Maria Gilbertson. She was also with me that day, so she could personally talk about this in the swap party, but it's Garden Walk with the Calypso Coral braided trim. Enjoy your special day. She kind of banner cut the ends, and also the deckled circles. So deckled circles are getting a lot of love. Iridescent pearls were used on this card. This one is from Vonda Saya, and I don't know if I see Saya. I think Vonda. I should have asked you how to say your name. And this one uses the Christmas Classics, Wishes All Around, and Joy of Noel stamps, Countryside Corner dies, Joy of Noel for dies, and she used the Joyful Christmas designer paper, thick white, red, and white, and then she stamped on the inside. So when we do a thick white base or a thick vanilla base, then we don't matte on the inside generally. You're welcome to. Opal rounds here, I think, are what those are. Flat adhesive back pearls. Haha, they are not opal rounds. They're flat adhesive back pearls. And that's why I have the recipe card here, so I can share that with you guys. If any cardstock is colored for the base, though, then we add a matte on the inside. So this one is from Debbie Schultz. She used translucent florals, heartfelt hexagon, and layering leaves. So you guys, the heartfelt hexagons got pulled into the new spring catalog, the punch and the stamp set. Soft shimmer paper, berry burst, fresh freesia, basic white, and the ink was matching colors, the loose silver sequins, and she colored them with real red blends. And then the white organdy ribbon. It's not retired. She wrote on here retired, but it's not. It's part of the online exclusives. And so we don't use retired product when we do a team swap. We use anything that's in the online exclusives or catalogs. So she will be happy to know that that isn't retired. And it's met the qualifications. Yay. Hi, Linda Hunt. Heading into the dentist. I hope you can say, look, Ma, no cavities. All right. And then here is one from Miss Karen Wetstein. And she has a Little Dreamers for this card. And she used the deckled circles, got love again. I call this the hashtag folder from the 3D Basics. Little Dreamers nested essential dyes. Pretty Peacock, Smoky Slate, Basic White, Lemon Lolly ribbon, and delightfully eclectic designer paper. Matching ink, and then this is the Lemon Lolly sheer ribbon. You'll get that in your ink, paper, scissors with me next month. And then iridescent basic rhinestones. And then look at that moon. I love the moon. And then congratulations on your new little one, and a double matte on the inside. Very good, Karen. This one is from Leslie McMinn. And this is the translucent florals, designer paper and stamp set, and some of that silver and white trim. It should be coming back. You guys, a lot of stuff was supposed to be back today, the 13th, but they pushed it out to the 20th. But that doesn't mean it can't arrive sometime else this week. That happened recently where they pushed it out to the following week, but then it came in sometime later in the week. Paula Rice said that one card with the moose and the beaver, I think, is Festive and Fun, page 13, and she's got the item number listed there for you. Awesome. So this one's from Leslie. Very pretty, bright, cheerful colors. This is from Linda Zaleski. She used the variegated balmy blue and white ribbon. Now this owl is from that wilderness set that's in the annual catalog. It has a wolf and a bear and this owl, and so that's where this comes from. And she made a wintry scene and deckled circles again. Let heaven and nature sing. And so that's Miss Linda Zaleski there. This one is from Diane Bogenhagen. You will recognize this a little bit because it's very similar to the card we're doing for class next month, because it's not much you can do with the deer paper, you guys. It's so pretty in and of itself, but you need to add a little bit something to it. So she added a little pop of ribbon, the real red ribbon double overhand knot, and she actually glued all those little berries onto everybody's sprigs. Christmas Tidings embossing folder. Thanks, Paula, you're on it. Some festive pearls. That one embossing folder we were talking about is called Christmas Tidings. And that is exactly what was used by this on this fabulous card. Bonnie Lesperance also used the Christmas Tidings embossing folder. Marius Trees embossing on there. And then the tags come from Marius Trees and some white iridescent ribbon. Some sparkle gems on here. And then hoping your home is filled with spirit of the season. So it's Bonnie Lesperance's. This is Lisa LaFramboise. Oh my goodness, you guys. Her first swap with me, and she knocked it out of the ballpark. So inked and tiled got used here. I love the layers and how she's got the flowers coming up the side here. She's got a little DSP here. You guys, I saw this card. I'm like, this is my kind of a card. I love it. like, I want to case this. And she glued all these little flowers together and put them on, and she made 16 of them. So, and then a little stamping on the background here. And then look at the inside is done up as well. Very pretty. Little flower here and some of the sequins. So pretty. Good job. Very good. This one's from Deb Norman, and she did Brightest Glow and Christmas Classics, another pretty Christmas card, using a double bow with the vanilla and gold, like lacy, it's not lacy, it's organdy kind of ish ribbon, satin on the edges. Something fancy dies got used here with the Christmas Classics dies. And she used some of the enamel on the side here to make her berries, you know, because those loose holly gems are out at the moment. So she made her own berries on the side here. The Joyful Christmas designer paper, and she added some gold festive pearls, and it's a gatefold, so it opens like that. Very cool. This is the kind of card too where you could just glue the sides down here and you can make it into a pocket so that you could add a gift card or cash if you want to do that. The last one I have here is from Miss Mary Lemke. Miss Silver! I'm so excited, you guys. Mary Lemke had Deb join her team on Saturday, and it helped Mary Lemke promote to silver. So I will be putting a silver tiara, or I will be passing a silver tiara onto Mary, because that's what I give the silvers on my team when they promote. So congratulations to Mary Lemke for promoting to silver. And this was her amazing swap card, the Lighting the Way. And she kind of made it look like the bug is illuminating over the whole prairie. I love it. And then here's the inside. Better late than never, Dorel. I definitely agree. And so very pretty card from Mary Lemke. Awesome. Well, thank you for entertaining me with my team's swap cards for a moment in time. I do have, if you guys want just a few more minutes of entertainment, I have some cards that I can share with you. This is from Melody Miller. It came for Happy Mail. Very pretty. This is my favorite piece of designer paper out of that pack. So pretty. And then here's the distressed tile embossing folder. I love it how she put a little strip of designer paper out the sides and some leaves from the oxidized paper, you guys. Take a picture of that one. It's so pretty. And that's from Melody Miller. This is from Donna Grushke. I love it when people use the kits. This was a kit from Sale-a-bration from maybe like 3 ago, if I had to guess, Donna. But I love it. I'll stamp something on the inside. I can stamp like a happy birthday, and I will definitely be able to reuse this beautiful card for somebody to get a card from me. I love it. She does all the foliage coming out the side. Very, very pretty. So I got your note that you're the one that opened the envelope and taped it closed. I love it. All right. This is from Faye Godby. Yep, Faye has some personalized cards. Card was designed by a local eastern shore of the by a local shore of the U.S. Yeah. She's got her name here, or his name. You guys, this is Faye. I feel bad. I can't read it. By a local shore of the U.S. artist, eastern shore of the U.S. artist, and then Delmera. R-E-U-I-N. You guys, you write like I do. It's hard to read. You guys, I have bad chicken scratch when I can make it bad. So there's a little a crab on the outside here. I love it. And then this is from Miss Judy Sharp, Beyond Grateful. So this is the pumpkin punch, or this was actually a pumpkin die set. Judy, I know the leaves are from Ringed with Nature. Beyond Grateful is one of the stamps and dies from the annual catalog, the timber embossing folder, and the gingham designer series paper. But the pumpkin, it's like you cut them off and you made them short from like the rustic harvest set from last year, if I had to guess. And then we've got a mat on the inside for me, so I can reuse that one. This one was from Miss Shirley Malarkey, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, Shirley sent me this one, you guys. Fun. Little strips of designer paper. So when you have some extra designer paper, my Penny Powell, take those little strips and put 3 of them really close to each other, stamp something pretty on the side here, add a bow, add a label, and you got a wowza card. I love it. And she added some of those in color glossy dots to that, and then she's got the flower on the inside. So Shirley, this was beautiful. Love it. I love the pebble path. With white, very monochromatic. I love it. And there's a card. So Shirley also, there's the envelope I meant to say. Shirley also gave me a little baby bee trinket that you're like keep in your pocket for good luck. That actually still sitting on my table in the living room. With a grateful heart today and every day. This is from Connie Moore. Let me pull this out. So you guys can see, she used also that Autumn Designer Series paper with the leaves, and then added a leaf with a grateful heart, a little copper bow, and then she's got the inside decorated. She used a whole mat, you guys. I bet you any money that, like, I wonder if, Connie, only you know if you took out from the inside of that mat and reused it. So it is from the Oval Punch. Oh, very good, Judy. So Judy was calling out that these pumpkins are from the Oval Punch. I love it. Good use. I like the different heights. This one is from Linda Kester. Awesome, Linda. So the Sunshines and Rainbows. So there's another rainbow set kind of coming out in the new spring catalog. So we got to see the new spring catalog, you guys, this past week. So super cool. Complete with one of my cat's fur stuck on here, I think. So it got stuck under there. You make me happy. And then on the inside, she's got, you make this world a better place. Very cool. So that's from Linda Kester. Then this is from Deb Norman. So actually Anna Rebedu made this card. It was from a set from a couple years ago with, I called it The World Is Mine. I don't remember what the name of it was, but this card was made by Anna Rebedu, but the sentiments were so fitting as to how I feel about you that I had to send it. Thank you for bringing joy, creativity, and friendship to me and many others. So Deb, that was so sweet. You make the world a better place. Thank you for being part of mine. So thank you to Anna for making the card, and then for Deb to send it to me. I love it. And this one, you guys, is from Leslie, I think. Yes, Leslie McMinn. Thank you for all you do to support me in my stamping journey. I enjoy your classes and cheerfulness. And she's grown in her card making. So you guys, I appreciate these notes, and I love sharing them with you. In the world, the little things you do well and so often make a difference to so many people. So it just brightens my day when you guys send me love notes that I save them. I put them all up. So thank you so much. And this was from Mary Lemke. She sent this with the honey last week, and I had the card inside, and she said it's not a Stampin' Up stamp, but it's bewitching with a little bee. And so we've got that from Mary Lemke. All right, you guys, are you ready to make some cards? I promise we're going to cruise through these cards. You're probably thinking, wow, we've chatted for 40 minutes already. Girl, get to your cards. Let's make these cards and be done. I'm like, we'll get there, guys. So just know if you ever catch the replay and you don't want to listen to this stuff, you guys can always just fast forward. I took Sew Me Out. I took Sew Me Out. I don't know, Connie, I took Sew Me Out. I'm trying to put that together, what that means. So we're going to make the 3 awesome and amazing Let's Just Stamp cards. Let's Just Stamp is my class that's geared for beginners, but all are welcome. And we make the cards so pretty and so elaborate that they're probably sometimes more than what a beginner would want. So Cindy, I'm glad you like the swap cards and the Happy Mail. It did take a little bit, but I like to share that stuff with you guys. So Let's Just Stamp. I did a video way back in the beginning. So if you're newer to stamping and you don't know where to start, I always just recommend call me. Call me anytime. Call me for dinner. Call me by whatever you want, but just call me. I love to help people start off if they are new to stamping. The first video that I ever did on Let's Just Stamp was Blossoms in Bloom or something with blossoms back in July of 2021. And I do this class with Diane Bogenhagen. She teaches the I took some out. Okay, I think that's what she meant. Okay, perfect. I teach this class with Diane Bogenhagen, and she does the in-person version, and she already did it last week, Tuesday, the 7th, and I'm doing the online version. So we kind of design the cards together, and then it's kind of like we tag team the class part of it. I do have one left. I have one of this class left, and oh man, I have one more thing to share with you. As I pull out the roll call, I'll share with you guys what I made for my team. So I didn't do it all by myself. Chris Duderenke helped me make the luggage tags, and I made one for myself. I generally don't make stuff for myself when I give it to my team. I don't know why, but I was like, I want a luggage tag. So, and then I bought these beautiful bee bags. They're like a little backpack, and then made everybody team shirts. And so anybody who gave me their shirt size and got registered, got a Be Happy Stamper shirt. And so that was a little gift from me. And so I had that sitting here to show you guys that I love to spoil my team as much as I possibly can. So if the very first video that I ever did has a link to that first video, I'm sorry, I need to go back, and what I do is in the description of this video, I share the link for that very first video so that you can go back and watch it. I try to include you don't have your packet, so you'll have to watch and make it later. I think, Susan, I mailed yours on Thursday because I held it for a moment so I could add your other classes that we kitted up last week. So that's very possible that you'll probably get it maybe today yet or tomorrow or even Wednesday, just depends. There was no mail on Saturday because it was Veterans Day, but Susan, and then I need to send you an email because I decided to hold this class and ship it, and I'm going to give you a shipping rebate voucher to use on a future class. So I think I didn't think you would mind that at all. So if you guys, I'll put that link for that first video into the description so you can check that out in case you're new. Otherwise, always reach out to me. I love people to reach out so I can just talk with them and help them. What do you need when you get started? But roll call. I do this class because I have people that register for it to get kits from me, and I truly appreciate their support of my business, either by paying for the class or placing an order with me to get it for free. And so big shout out of appreciation to all the following people who did that. So Karen Wetstein, Jenna Helms, Shirley Malarkey, Sandy Wicklander, Sherry Everett, Patty Wright, Donna Grushke, Mary Carls, Nedra Dover, Janice Ormiston, Christy Wiltshire, Sue Spigner, Vicki Rodriguez, Mary Lemke, Linda Scott, Pat Wilger, Julie Bierschbach, Susan Ray Hendricks, Pat Fleming, Karen Woods, Christina Bernards, Susan Bellamy, Kathy Dolly Nagari, Lynn Beasley, Joanne Kahn, Angela Knutson, Karen Cotton, Feline Mays, Deanna Stell, Angela McClendon, Leslie McMinn, Laura Sullivan, Mary Sykes, Cheryl Thomas, Ruth Nicholson, Lori Baxter, Jean Terwilliger, Darrell Hoffaker, Cindy Runtree, Linda Hunt, Sherry Martin, Sharon Davis, Mary Jean Keepert, Carmen Sanders, Jean Jurdis. I wonder if you go by Jean or Jeannie, because Jean Terwilliger goes by Jean and Jeannie Parker goes by Jeannie, but they're spelled the same way. So sometime you'll have to tell me how to say if it's Jean or Jeannie. Becky Gandolfo, Barb Collins, Becky Harding, and Carla Lake. Oh my gosh, you guys, that's 49 people. And then I have one left, okay? I think I have one left. I'm not going to say that I do until I get through all my emails from the last couple days, because it's very possible that somebody's already reached out to me for it. So at the moment, I'm going to say we're on pause for if there are any kits available. But so if you guys did want to get my class from on Friday, I still have about 5 left of my Christmas Stamp-a-Stack. Yay, from Friday. Okay. So let's talk about Magical Meadow. All right, you guys, we can find this in the mini catalog here, the Christmas holiday catalog. It's called Winter Meadow for the name of the suite, but the stamp set itself is called Magical Meadow. So this class is 3 cards. It's Let's Just Stamp, but no, if you like this set a lot and you like the idea of the frosty cards, like with the blues and the whites, I have my suite class also coming up in December. Well, you're gonna make 4 cards, and it's called the Winter Meadow class. So this one, because it features Magical Meadow bundle, and we didn't pull in all the sweet things really. So this one is actually called Magical Meadow, but in December it's called Winter Meadow. You can find it in the little mini catalog. I believe everything's available except for that silver and white ribbon. That should be coming back next week. And we didn't even pull it into this class because we didn't have any in our supply. So I pulled out all the stamps for this set and put them on blocks already. So we've got that kind of set. There's a few ink colors that we need, primarily Lost Lagoon, Peacock, Blueberry, and Moody Mauve. And we designed these in a way where you just needed really a sentiment or something here. You could have stamped a focal image here as well if you didn't want to do a sentiment. Here's a sentiment on this one. We have the bow kind of hanging down. We did add one little thing that we don't normally do or use, is the pearlized enamel effects. So if you have this, you could definitely put it on top of your berries, and I'll show it to you. I'll put that on so you can see what it's all about. For those that you have kits, everything is enclosed in an envelope, and I have heard that you absolutely love people to love that everything you need is in one kit. I'm just deciding which one to do first. I think we'll do this one first so that the enamel effects can dry, and then I can show it to you at the end. Hi, Femi. Connie Moore, I didn't say you. Oh, man. See, that's exactly why I think I shouldn't say that there's one left. And that's very, if you didn't hear, I don't think I said your name, Connie. So that might be your last kit that I have here then. So we'll check on it, Connie. Connie, if you don't mind, follow up with a little message so that I can either text or an email, and we'll figure it out, okay? I'll be honest with you. I have a little bit of catching up to do on my email since last week, but we'll figure out where I've got the kit here, so that's why I didn't want to give it away. So we're going to start with this one. So you guys, everything that you need is in your envelope, and including your bow. So Chris Duderenki made all your bows for you guys, and Karen Wetstein did all the cutting, and then I had Rhonda helped with embossing. So this class is one where we don't have a lot. We have none for die cutting. We try to keep this so it could appeal to somebody who doesn't have a die cutting machine. When you're first starting out with stamping, you have a limited budget, right? So you can't pay for or buy lots of extravagant things. And so we try to design these cards so that you would just need a stamp set and some inks and adhesive. So you'll have your white, which mats onto your blueberry bushel. And then you have a piece of white here that's like a 1x2. And then your designer paper. I love this pattern. And then you'll have a little strip of blueberry. And we'll talk about this because it doesn't quite fit properly. And I want you guys to make sure you glue it correctly. All right. And then you'll have a white and a blueberry for your inside for our double matting, and then a Lost Lagoon. Okay. So we're going to get going on this. So your card's already going to be folded, but you're going to want to take and burnish it on the edge here. And this is just, it's scored about 1.25 inches from the end. And so with this actually just gets folded back. So take your bone folder and burnish it. So if it's already been scored, Anna Rebedu did all the scoring for you guys on your card kit. So very cool. All right, so let's see here, chat. Let's see if they pop back in. Did I sign up for the one in December? Oh, Connie, that is exactly what might have happened because you placed an order for the bundle. So you took advantage of the promotion that I have for that sweet class. Yes, you're number 24. You ordered the bundle, and so you are getting the December class. So that's maybe why your name isn't on the list for this class. That's what's very confusing, you guys. If we do a class and we feature the same stamp set, we try not to do it in the same month. And so the one in December is the sweet class, and the one here in November is the Let's Just Stamp. Two completely different classes, different cards. One's a 3-card class, one's a 4-card. But Connie, yes, you are on the list for December. You're set. So that's probably why I don't have your name on the list for this class. But if you're interested, I might have this one left over. All right, so you guys, we've got lots of paper here. So I think it's okay if we do a little bit of gluing to kind of eliminate some of the pieces. So we're going to put a little glue on here. This piece is embossed with that the hashtag. I call it the hashtag. It's part of the 3D Basics. That's going to go there. And we're going to be gluing these two as well. So we're going to flip these over, and I'm going to show you, glue. I have my glue somewhere. Hang on, it's right here. I was working on stuff on Saturday, and I grabbed my glue from here. So for those that are new to me, I generally like, if I'm opening up my glue bottle, I like to glue as many things as I can at one time. Otherwise, I'm opening it, shutting it, opening, shutting it, opening, shutting it. So let's do these 4. All right, so we're gonna do this one on the inside, like that. I'm glad that we figured that out, Connie. When people tell me during a live that I didn't call their name, I panic and I fret and I subconsciously think about it while I do class. And so I'm glad that you messaged me right away and said that it could have been the bundle class for December, because now I think that's exactly what happened. So that's gonna go here. Now this is important, you guys. This needs to fold back this way, and we're gonna do this one first. Now, yours is 2 1/8 inch. And what you wanna make sure you do is the top, the bottom, and the left side. Make sure that those are all aligned, because when this fold gets flapped, when this flap gets folded back, it's gonna cover up the edge here, okay? Hi, Sarah Mitchell. Then this is your designer paper. Figure out which way you want it to go. I don't know if there's really an up or a down to it, but I see a sprig coming down there, which would kind of match my sprig there. When you put this one down, again, you want to make sure the top, the bottom, and the left are all the same. Don't worry about the right. It's not going to be even. It's not going to match. So you're not centering anything. You're just like top, bottom, left. And I'm just gonna wiggle that with my glue until I see it the same, because this is gonna fold back and you will never know that this is not even, okay? So now, once you have those two pieces down, you're just gonna flip this back, all right? Heat from your fingers will help to make it like bond, the paper to papers bond. And now that's exactly what you need to do. Cool beans and bagels. So this is a red rubber stamp set, and that means that you don't necessarily need to have a foam mat underneath. Hi, hippie Kansas girl, your first time, and you're not probably going to be the last one to show up though. So you're probably not the last one to the party at this moment. You might be right now the last one, but you won't be the last one because somebody else will also show up. All right, so we're going to be using Lost Lagoon for our spriggy thing, and ink up your stamp, and we're going to figure out a way. You've got a little forgiveness, right? So it doesn't have to be exactly straight or going up and down. You could have it angled slightly. When you figure out where you want it, let's see if this works. Cool. So I do see that there's a slight difference in the color. My ink pad upstairs, so I design cards upstairs in my craft room, which I showed off last week, and my one down here is a little bit lighter, and that's okay. That's okay to have one lighter and one darker. It's your card. Sometimes you could always re-ink your ink pad if you want it to be darker. And you know what we can do? We can try again. And I might go to the sides a little bit and see if I do get it a little darker. And maybe I won't at all. And then we can pick which one we want. Are you from Michigan? No, I'm Wisconsin, but you're close. I probably have the accent that could be Michigan. Yes, exactly. You said that. The same accent. Yep. Up there an A. Yep. Up there A. All right. So then now I can think, which do I want? That one's actually a little bit darker, so I'm going to go with that. The inside, we have a little doohickey down here. So let's grab this, and it's this one. And I'm going to stamp, not the whole thing, because I'm not going to have the whole thing coming up the edge. We're going to just put a little bit. So there's a little decoration. You can't, well, you can do whatever you want, but I didn't put it up the side here because I liked the white here being clean looking. You could also sponge the edges of your white with Lost Lagoon or Blueberry to make that a little bit more pronounced. All right, so that's the Lost Lagoon. Now we're going to migrate over to Blueberry. Blueberry bushel. All right, the sentiment. May this season of sparkle bring you joy and delight. All right, so I have a hard time with red rubber stamps. Maybe you do too, that I can't get them straight. So what I've learned to do first is line up the words that are straight with the edge of my block. And so I matched it up with the bottom edge so that when I go to stamp, I'm going to try to visually see. You talk more Michigan than my parents sound Wisconsin. Yeah, Deanne says I talk more Michigan than my parents, and they sound Wisconsin UP. Oh yeah. So you guys, I lived in Miami for about 5 years back in my younger year. So this edge here, I'm trying to line it up with here just to see if I can get that straight. So I ended up with a Cuban Midwestern accent, and I'm good with that. It was funny. I'd go back and forth from Wisconsin to Miami when I would visit and go back home. And yeah, I get made fun of. So same thing here. And I'm okay with that. It was funny. So I'm just making sure wishes lines up with this bottom edge. And I'm going to try to stamp that straight on here. So I'm not going to look at the stamp. I'm looking at the edge of my block is what I'm doing. And I'm going to get my head right in here, guys. Hang on. Let's see if I can get... Oh, yeah, it's straight. It's a little bit higher than I want it, so I'm going to still flip this over, and I'm going to try to bring it down a hair and go right here. But I'm looking at the... Hang on, you guys. I might get my head in here. So bring it right there. See if that works. If not, I'll go with the other side. Okay, I can be good with that. because it's a little bit lower, but it's still straight. So what we're gonna do though, is I'm gonna use my trimmers, because this one, I trimmed it a little bit. I gave you guys a little bit longer than what we used, and that's only because you might have a different sentiment that you're using. And so I'm gonna trim off a little there and a little there. So did you, oh man, for those that aren't demonstrators, they announced what the sign-up special for sale-a-bration is. It's a glass mat. So you have the option of adding on $30 to your starter kit, or you can pick the glass mat. A certain, I don't know what size it is, but it's a glass mat that has a grid on it it comes with a little silicone tray. It comes with a cleaning sponge or a cloth. Super cool. For demonstrators or discount shoppers, hobbyists, we can pre-order it in December to get our hands on it, which is super cool. I like that opportunity. So we're gonna put this on the inside like that. So you moved from Kansas to Massachusetts, and they tell me to slow down how fast you talk. Oh, I get that too. And they tell me to speed up. Oh yeah, I can talk fast too. Hi, Emily Buska. She's asking what part of the UP. So that's for you, hippie girl. All right, so there's this mat. And what we're gonna do to adhere that to the card is I'm gonna just put right in the center here, because it's pretty much centered. We're gonna just put a track, because we're gonna go like that, because we don't want to risk putting any adhesive on this side, but we could also do just a couple here for good measure. We'll do one more. That seems like excessive dimensionals. It kind of does, but it's okay. They're only like a penny. All right, so we're gonna center it top to bottom, and then it's centered with this ridge right here. Like that. Nice. Okay, then this little guy, he's gonna be hanging out on this, but then he's also gonna be popped up over on this side. So we're gonna put a little dimensional on the left, and we'll put liquid glue on the right. And it's gonna nestle in right over the top. So you still see that right here. Something like this. And then our bow. Donna went back and forth from Michigan to Houston, Texas for 29 years. I remember you telling me that. And then you retired to come home to Michigan. And you went from the hot weather back to the cold weather. And you guys, I was in Miami for 5 years, and I am never warm anymore. I'm always cold, no matter what time of the year it is. So these bow makers, if you're interested in one, I do have them for sale. The person I used to babysit for, his kids back in the day, makes them for me now. And what you're gonna do is just wrap that around twice. Yours are made for you if you got this class with me. So, but if in case you get the PDF later and you need to kit up your own stuff, you wrap it around twice, and then it crosses here in this is actually the back. It crosses up and over, and then back under, and then you just need to make an overhand knot. And let's get that right in here. And then this is really slippery ribbon. You really have to finagle it tight as tight can be. If you guys got a bow and it's not quite centered, I tried to double check every one of them before they got mailed out. And if your bow wasn't quite centered where your middle was, like let's say these two bunny ears were shorter than these two, I tried to slide them, and you can slide them slightly so that they're centered, but I tried to give them all a once over. And hopefully when you put a glue dot on here, so get that glue dot on. Let's get that off of here. Penny Powell will be proud of me. You're gonna throw that away right away. I'm gonna roll that little glue dot up, and we're gonna put it right at the top here. And you're gonna squish your little bow right into this, and bring your tails down, and hopefully they come down. If they don't, you can always roll up a little glue dot and like put it right underneath your ribbon to help hold it, but I'm good with that. So grab your ribbon scissors and trim your tails. I like to do them at angles like that. You will take the cold and snow over the heat and humidity. Yeah, I definitely agree. Like, I got sick of the Miami humidity and heat. It was not that great. Embellishments. So you guys, what we did with these, there's 3 different cards. One used the clear ones, one used the bluish aqua, and one used the gray ones. And I need to go get them. They're in a basket right here. Hopefully I have enough left over. Okay, so these are called the Faceted Gems Trio Pack. And, oh yeah, there's some more. Well, you get to use these. They were out of stock, but they're back in now. And I have 3 of each of the colors in each of your kits. And so this one has the clear ones. And so I just have 2 over. Now they're thick, you guys, I'll be honest, they're a little bit high, which makes it harder for mailing. I definitely agree with that. So if you'd rather put something else a little bit shorter on your card, or like height-wise shorter, definitely put some rhinestones on or put something else on if you're not a fan of how tall these are. But this way, at least you get to see them in your kit, see what they're all about. Then this is that pearlized enamel effects. We're gonna do this first, on the this card first, so that we give time for it to dry. So this is you just squeeze it out of it's like a little tube, not a tube, but whatever, a bottle. And when I squeeze it, I kind of smear it around and make it into a round shape to make it look like a little icicle berry. I don't know. You can kind of see the Lost Lagoon through it. They have these in 6 different colors. So white is one of them. Black, red, gold, silver, and copper maybe? It's a set of 3 bottles. I think it's $15. And there's the white, I can't remember how they come, but they're in the annual catalog. So we're just going around making little circles. But you do have to let this dry. If you set something in this before it's dry, it'll definitely squish it, make it flat. So let me just show this to you. See if I can get in. See, it's very subtle. You can kind of just see there's a little gloss to them. And now I'm just gonna set that off to the side so it can dry. But yes, blueberry bushel with Lost Lagoon. That's what we've got going on here. All right, you guys, that's card number 1. I'm gonna find a safe home for it over here. Okay, so we got 1 done. That wasn't so hard, right? If you guys don't have the Magical Meadow stamp set, like what are you using in lieu of that? So you have this whole little opportunity, this rectangle here to stamp something, and you can put your sentiment off to the side. So curious what else you guys might be using for that one. All right, this one. This one is The Colder Weather Brings Us Together. It's a little bit of a rhyme, and I want to teach you how to cut some paper, all right? So I definitely did not cut this for everybody, and there was a reason I didn't. Normally, your designer series paper is always cut when you get it from me. I didn't purposely cut this because the pattern is so hard that I didn't want everybody guessing which one was the left one, which one was the middle one, and which one is the right one. So this is 3.5 inches wide, and we're really only gonna cut it at 1.5 and 3 inches. Now, then you just have to keep it in order, all right? So we'll keep this for a second. Oh, the Forever Fern would look great with this DSP. I definitely agree. This is about, I don't know if it was 9 inches or 10 inches of the iridescent ribbon, which is perfect with this card. Oh, I have 2 of these. I don't know why. Didn't mean to. But you'll have a Lost Lagoon one and then a white, which is for your top part here. You'll have a peacock back strip here. And then, okay, I will tell you guys, honestly, we do not generally emboss. It is like cutting an arm off. When we design and we can't emboss or die cut, it's really more difficult. It is more difficult. So when we got to this class, I don't remember if it was this card we designed first, but we're like, oh, we just really want to put the snowflakes beyond. Like, so this one, the snowflakes, the last one, having that little bit of blueberry bushel accent emboss was just, it took it like a notch up. And then the next card with this background, we could have done the crumple up paper technique, but we're like, no, painted textures. So generally we don't emboss, but in this class we did opt to emboss each one of the cards, something on each one of the cards. And so this one has the Snowflake Sky embossing folder. And we had a hard time making that decision, but we thought, you know what? We didn't think you guys would mind embossing, having the background embossed. All right, so there's that. Then our inside double matted. Oh, there's a Lost Lagoon here. And then our inside, we've got the Lost Lagoon in the white. So whenever I design a class that is either Let's Just Stamp or Ink, Paper, Scissors with Diane, we always double mat the inside for you so that it looks even sharper. All right, so you can when you fold it, if the edge doesn't quite meet it, you can kind of hold it and burnish it so that it comes together on the end. And this one is a horizontal. Susan loves the set. Good, good, good. So it's horizontal, so let's keep that in mind when we're stamping. But I think we could do a little bit of gluing. So I'm just gonna like eyeball those. Okay, so we're gonna put glue on the back of those, and you know what I like to glue as many things at once. And so there's nothing that goes behind this white layer or this Lost Lagoon layer or this Lost Lagoon. So let's glue all those. So this one goes on the top. Lost Lagoon and Peacock are a great color combination. They're like the old soft succulent and evening evergreen combination to me. And so this just goes on the top here. So there are snowflakes that are a little bit thicker and then they go a little thinner. And it is kind of hard to tell, but they are a little thicker and then they kind of fade away. So I wanted to have the fading away on the bottom because when it comes from the sky, it's always thicker coming from the top, right? All right, so there. And then we have this. Like that. All right. Good deal. So I got a little bit of gluing done. All right. Let's talk about this designer paper. So we mentioned that it was 3.5. Oh, it's actually, oh, I lied, you guys. It's 3 3/4, which means that it's 1 1/4 and 2.5. I said it all wrong. You could do what I said, but that's not what this card is. If you did want, you could easily do 3.5 and then do 1.5 inch panels. But in this instance, we did 3 3/4 and 1 1/4 inch panels. Okay, sorry for that misinformation. All right, so let's grab out our trimmers and we want to make sure we trim it right. So our trees are going up and down. So we're going to make sure that we keep our trees up and down because we want 1 1/4 off of one side like this. So find that 1 1/4 inch right there. So that's one side. And then we need to do 1 1/4 off the other side. All right, and as long as we keep them like that, they should stay in order. All right, so gluing this. There's a little bit more on the ends than there is in the middle. And that's only because I think when I was eyeballing that, I didn't, well, I knew I wanted more on the outside, but these are not actual like equal either. I think there's a little bit more on that one than that one. So if you need to get the ruler out and put pencil marks, you definitely can. But I know I wanted these two middle sections to be smaller and the two outsides to be a little bit more peacock showing. So, and then I kind of think I'm going to glue it something like that, right? That's my general thought. So I'm going to leave these outer two where they are, and I'm going to pick up this one and glue that first. But I don't want to glue too high or too low. So I'm actually just going to do a little bit through the middle like that. And keep that as straight as I can. And I'm going to try to center that. So I've got the same amount of paper off the top and the bottom, that it's the same. So I think I'm good with where that is. Okay, then I'm gonna grab these and I'm gonna pretend I know that that's kind of like the middle, right there and there. And because I'm using liquid glue, I have the ability to wiggle, wiggle, wiggle with it just a little bit. You know, like the song. All right, so let's see. So that's close. It's very close. We could move that over a hair. That's kind of set now, but we can move that a hair. So I just glued my panels on. Wonderful. Wunderbar. Then grab some tear and tape. And we're going to make 2 waiting in the wings. And it's not in the middle. It's actually south of the equator. So when we put this tear and tape, we want this to be a little bit south of the equator. And you guys have enough ribbon that you're not going to wrap it around and tie a knot. You're going to cut off. So you're going to make sure you have a little bit left over. And you've got that tear and tape back there. So we're just going to eyeball it right about like that. So it's, the equator's like here, so it's south of the equator, all right? And then the two weighting in the wings will help hold that down, all right? Then we're going to pop this whole thing up with dimensionals. Let's grab those. That'll help us hold the DSP. I think I might move that one over there and move that one right there. All right. Just maybe more. I don't want the end to be hanging off or like not have any support. And we're gonna pick these all off. And then that will go right onto our card front. Wow, I got them all. Okay, one false swoop. Here's our card. So then this will go kind of centered so that you have about the same amount of white around every edge, top, bottom, sides. It'll go here. All right, with this little guy, hopefully you have enough that all you have to do is make an overhand knot. So get that end through here, and if you think that was too little, what you could have done is cut out the middle section here and put tear and tape to hold the ends, and you would have gotten like another inch if you wanted, but there should be enough here to make this little overhand knot. So that's ready to go. And we can do a little bit of stamping. And so it says, the colder weather brings us together. We're gonna use Peacock. And again, look at this crazy crooked stamp. I'm gonna try to get the and brings us to be the straight part. And we're going to ink up to hold the edge straight. So I think it is. So the stamp looks really crooked to me. We're gonna cross our fingers and believe it's straight. Okay, it's close, but I could have had it up on the right just a hair. So I'm gonna do exact eyeballing of what I did, and then I'm gonna tweak it up just a little bit. So I think it's straight there, and I'm gonna bring it up a little bit and then cross the fingers again. And it's straighter. There we go. Okay, so practice. You got two sides to the paper, and you can also practice on your scrap paper if you want. All right, so let's set that there, and then this will get a little bit of glue, and that gets adhered onto that. And then that will get popped up with dimensionals. So I got 5 on there. So these are dimensionals that came in one of my kits, and so I'm working on getting through them. And then this will go, oh man, that's what liquid glue will do to you. It will actually wiggle after. And so I caught it before it was dry so I could squish it back. And then I've taken this middle line, and that's trying to make it the middle, and then it's centered between the top and bottom of the DSP is what I'm going for. So like something about Mary, right there. Okay. All right. Then this little overhand knotty thing will go right along the edge. So we're going to grab a glue dot. And we're going to put that. And we're going to do one more. So we got 2 there. And then this, I'm going to squish right next to it. And take your ribbon scissors. We're going to trim that tail at that angle, and we're going to do this one at this angle. And if you need more tear and tape to support, not tear and tape, glue dots to support, you can always grab another one and put it right underneath here, like that. And then you could do one more kind of to help it. Like that. Very cool. Then these are the aqua-ish gems. So we got 3 of those. I got 2 over there and 1 on the ribbon right there, kind of centered. Perfect. Easy peasy. See, just the sentiment. Oh, the inside. We are not done. One moment, please. What do we have on the inside? Oh, that. Okay, and winter wishes. So we're definitely going to do winter wishes first. And winter wishes needs to get cleaned though. So let's, because it's got blueberry on it. Let's get that blueberry deliciousness off. Might as well clean that one. And this one. And one more. Why not? Got the cleaning chamois out. We might as well clean. Perfect. Okay. So this was a hard stamp, you guys. There's a die that matches it. That cuts out the outline of it. And it just looks... You have to have the right ink pad. It can't be a too juicy of an ink pad. So I have the winter wishes off to the side here. And again, I'm going to try to line up the edge of the block with the card. Let's see once. Oh, it's actually straight. So I did the sentiment first in case I needed to flip it over. Then I wouldn't have to do the focal image again. And we're going to do that also in the peacock. Let's see this. And I took the little tail off. There, to me, that's a little tail. So we're taking that off of there and not worrying about it. Let that marinate for a second. And we got our little trees in the bottom. All right, then this just needs a little bit of glue. And we'll adhere that on the inside. Double mat it. All right, Stella. I don't think we Stellaed anything on this card or the last card. What you could, because of the designer paper, you could just go right over all the designer paper and it's no problem because it won't smear. If those trees were stamped, you'd definitely be like, nope, you're gonna smear them. But because it's designer paper, you can Stella. This one back here, oh, you could Stella over the top of that embossed area and it'll catch the raised images. Or you could also go around the edge of your blueberry border here to make that a little bit sparkly. Cool. You love this one too. Yay, Cindy. All right, so we've got these two done so far. All right, then we'll set those off to the side here. And are you ready for the last one? You guys didn't, I hope you believed me when I said that these were easy cards. They really are. We did a lot of the legwork with the designing that you really didn't have to do a lot of stamping. This one too, it's just a sentiment. And then we've got our little blueberries on the inside, or pomegranates? Pomegranates? Maybe pomegranates. Okay, let's grab the last kit and see how we're gonna put this together. So you should have some white organdy ribbon, which we said it's in the online exclusives. It is currently out of stock at the moment, but it'll be coming back. Well, I think it is. It says that there's a to be determined date, so I think that's coming back. All right, this is the lagoon piece that goes underneath. You have a piece here that goes behind your sentiment. Then we have a little Moody Mauve square. You have your designer paper matted onto the peacock. So that's like that. Again, we talked about the embossing. We embossed this, even though we probably shouldn't have, but we did it. And then you'll have a white and a Moody Mauve and a peacock base. How do you think the snow puff paint? How do you think the snow puff paint? You could use the snow puff paint. I don't know if it's current, so I don't generally, I don't know. Is it snow puff paint? So there was snow puff paint last year. I actually have it sitting here. Let me see here. Yeah, I do. I never put it away. I have that Snowfall Accents puff paint. What you guys have to do is shake that up. You could let it dry and have it be like, so what this puff paint, what Janice is asking about is it's a puff paint and you could let it dry hard like that. It looks like enamel as well, but this is really meant to be embossed with a heat gun, not embossed with a heat gun, but heated up with a heat gun, and it goes poofy and like the giant marshmallow puff man. And and then it's really cool because it's like great for cotton or like Santa's beard or things that are white and puffy. And so I think that could definitely, you could try it. I think you're talking about on this card. You can see here that this is more of a frosty look to it. Frosty opaque, where this is a white opaque, like it is true white. So with this one, you would see the Lost Lagoon through there, and with this one, you would see white. So, but you guys, they look identical. The bottles look very close. So it was on the clearance rack. That very well could be because it was part of the holiday mini catalog for last year. So yes, but it is a cool puff paint. All right, we could do a little bit of gluing as well on this card to get started. So let's do this. Let's do this, and let's do those for now. All right, so we've got our designer paper. We've got our embossed, and then we have our matte for the inside. That will go right here. This one will go right here. And this one will go here. And good, so we've got that. Then what I'm doing is I'm gonna pop this up. So the back of this peacock piece, I'm gonna put dimensionals. And I'm gonna capture the Lost Lagoon piece behind here. So again, this is where if you need a ruler, get a ruler, but I'm gonna eyeball it. I'm gonna look at this and look at this, and then I'm gonna try to center it that way. And then I'm gonna center the green on each side, or the Lost Lagoon on each side. And then once I have it where I want it, I'll drop down and pick it up gently and see if I like where it is, because if I don't like where it is, I can always pick it up and redo it. But it seems like that looked actually good. If you need to like just pull it a little bit, you can, but perfect. Figure out if you want this to be seen this way or this way then, depending on your pattern. But then this already has dimensionals where we need them. So all we need to do on the back side of this now is put this liquid glue. Now you might have tried to put the Lost Lagoon piece onto here. Then if you didn't center it that way, it would look really far off once you put the DSP Lagoon or peacock mat down. Now I can kind of center this top to bottom, left to right, to get that on here. There you go. I'm good with that. All right, now we have this stuff. So let's stamp "May this season of sparkle bring joy and delight." I think what I'm gonna do, I'll move it down here. Trying to make that line up with the bottom. I'm trying to take in how much red rubber is along the bottom edge. Minus the tail looks better. It sure does. I definitely agree. All right, so I want my edge to be straight, and I'm gonna bring it right there. You guys, years of practice. Like years of practice with stamping. That's how I would say that ended up being straight like that. It's getting familiar with your stamps, okay? And I look at the back and lining up. You see, it takes a little time to figure that all out. This one has Winter Wishes in the peacock, which I think we just used it in peacock. So we're gonna go to here, and we have the little blueberry or the pomegranate. So let's do those. Well, let's, vertical. Almost messed that up. So we're gonna do the Winter Wishes over to the left a little bit more. Do one more, and I'm gonna bring that. These stamps are hard. It depends on how you put your stickers on. I'll bring that up a hair. There we go. And then we're gonna bring in Moody Mauve. So if you don't have Moody Mauve and you wanted to do it in Lost Lagoon, you could do that too, but Rococo Rose too. If you don't have Moody Mauve, you could definitely do Rococo Rose. I think I'm gonna do Second Strength, only because Let's see what it looks like at second strength. We're having it come out the top here. Yeah, second strength is definitely dark enough. I'm gonna stamp off. It's called first strength, and then this is my second strength. Some people refer to it as generation too. So first generation, second generation. All right, I'm okay with it a little bit lighter. This is a very juicy ink pad. So we're done with that. Done with that. We'll clean that later. So then we'll flip that back. We can do a little bit more gluing. So this little white strip, it's a little glue. That gets glue. We're gonna throw this away with that. And your stamps look like you put the stickers on with your toes. I love it. That means they're not very straight, right? Oh yeah, sometimes they're harder to put on than others. So this goes end to end, and then we see the peacock only on the top and the bottom. If you need to trim off any because it's a little hair longer or shorter, just go ahead and do that. And then this one will go right on the inside. Excuse me, I got tickled. All right, this goes right on the inside. I love having inks where the focal image matches like the matter, the inside of the base, and then the sentiment matches the other. So there's that. And then now, you're probably wondering how to do this ribbon. So I'm gonna use tear and tape, and I think you guys have 6 inches of this. I ended up with schnibbles, so I had to work with the schnibbles. It's about 3 inches and 3 inches, and we need 2 of them waiting in the wings, and 1 on the top back right, and 1 on the bottom left back. Peel those off. All right. I'm going to start with this one. I'm going to go above where my A and my R are, and I'm gonna make a loop. Thank you, everybody. I'm gonna make my loop, catch that tear and tape in the back. I put my finger into it, and then I bring it right back, like that. And then I'm going to have that waiting in the wings tear and tape ready to go right over the top of it. And that's where that one goes. The other one comes out right over down here. So take your end, catch that tear and tape, make a loop, and bring it back, y'all, just like that. And take your other tear and tape and put it right over the top. And that's gonna be coming out the side like that. And now we're gonna capture that. It looked blah. When we designed it, we're like, oh, that just doesn't do much. We need more. Our game night lucky numbers 1 through 30. Deanne, definitely 30. Thanks, Penny. 1 through 30. We changed it. It used to be 1 through 25, but when we have so many people, we do 1 through 30 now. All right, so we're going to be popping this up. So let's grab a couple dimensionals here. I'm gonna leave the waxy part of the tear and tape on. Otherwise, it'll want that part to go flat, and I don't want it to go flat. So we're gonna grab and add this little bit of Moody Mauve. We're only gonna see the top and the bottom. Just make sure it's as straight as you can get it. And then we're going to put a little bit of liquid glue over here. We have about 45, or oh my gosh, you guys, I am excited. Let me tell you this. I picked out the prizes for for game night. We could do our product purchase premiere. So those who signed up for Onstage could do ordering out of the new mini catalog, things that they featured and focused on Saturday. And I bought the 5 bundles that they featured. So the perennial lavender, and I don't remember the other names, you guys. I haven't learned them all yet, but there's 5 bundles. And so the prize packages, the 5 bundle prize packages for game night on November 29th are going to be 5 brand new bundles that you can't get until the spring. So I'm giving them up. Yeah. So, okay. So exciting to tell you that. Okay, here's this. We're going to put this so that this edge is flush with the designer series paper, or you could do it flush with over here too. I think I'm going to go flush with the pretty peacock on this side. And it's a little bit south of the equator. So find the middle, and I went down a little bit just to have distinction, I guess, that it offset it, because then I can put my gems like 1, 2, and then 3 over here. And then this one uses the gems that are the more charcoal-y looking. And I'm gonna put one there, one there. And again, they're big, so if they're too big for you, you can always opt to use something else. But we did wanna take advantage of using all 3 of them. And so then you could see all of them. All right, so let's put you back over here. We gotta just trim our ribbon and figure out where we could Stella a little bit. Oh man, it's not gonna fit. All right, let's go like that and slide them in very carefully. There we go. And Stella. So you could Stella this, that, and your berries. Boom. And then grab, so I have a hard time with this ribbon because it's got little iridescent flakes in it. If you use your ribbon scissors, it could like help dull it. So I'm gonna actually use my paper scissors on this one. I'm gonna just trim that one. And you know, this one's almost short enough, but we're gonna just do a hair shorter. And call that one good. I think I like this. What is game night? So game night is where we make 4 cards. The 4 cards are actually all fun folds. I'll share them with you. They feature the Berry Christmas or Berry Cute products. And we play 5 games of lucky numbers where everybody picks 5 of their lucky numbers. And I'm gonna bring these out and you guys can tell me what your favorite one is. Everybody picks 5 numbers between 1 and 30. And I just start calling off numbers. And if I pick 2 and you pick 2, then you say S. And if I picked 5 and you had 5, you say ST. And if you picked 10 and I picked 10, then you say STA. And then it's like bingo, kind of. Like it's a cross between bingo and not, right? It's just, we call it lucky, we call it game night, featuring you picking your lucky numbers. There is a cost if you want the class mailed to you. And I'll show you the cards here. So just give me a second. So you get a quarter pack of the DSP, you get a pack of the embellishments, and you get the roll of the Balmy Blue ribbon. Thanks, Paula. First one you did is my favorite. Yay, good. I was gonna save it for last, but I wanted the stuff to dry. So these are the cards for game night. I think I have 45 signed up. I think I have room for like 8 more. And then the fun fold's on the inside. And so it opens up and you are gonna put your little critters on the inside. You'll use your DSP to complete your cards. This one is like a kind of a gatefold like this. Very cool. And then this one looks like this, but on the inside, it's like that. I love this one. So this was Tyler's idea to put the little snowflake up there so that he's looking at the snowflake. And then this one. So they're more simple on the outside, but we put all the fun on the inside. And this one is, it's like a gift card holder or cash holder. You can put something right in the middle here like that. So the favorite is your last one. Yeah, I love that one too. So they're all fun. And you like the middle one with the the 3 slats. Oh, that's good. So everybody likes something different. I love it. And so that's game night in case hippie Kansas girl. I don't know what your name is. So if you're interested in any of my classes, reach out to me. Let me know your name. And then you can also sign up to get emails from me. If you go to cardsbychrisb.com, and this is for anybody. If you go to cardsbychrisb.com, underneath the picture of me in a yellow shirt is always my host code. So if this one is not working, you could always find my current host code. And then you could subscribe to my emails, and then you'll get emails from me about upcoming classes like this. So, yay. Okay, let's put those back. Let me, one moment, let me show you. So if you liked these cards, cool, I love it. I have more. Tina, perfect. Okay, cool. So this is the Let's Just Stamp, right? So now the Sweet class for the month of December features the same stamp set. And so on this one, you'll get the tag and all the little die cuts. Anytime you have a focal image though, you guys will get a piece of paper and you'll have to stamp something that you have at home or use the stamp set if you have it. But like in this case, I don't stamp or die cut for you, like anything that is a focal image, but you would make the card like that. And this one's on a white base, a thick white base. This one features the Lost Lagoon with a little bit of bubble bath. And so all the die cuts are die cut for you. So I go ham on the Sweet class because I have the most amazing helpers in the world and they don't mind die cutting for me. And so some more than others. And so that's a second card. This will be an easy one for you. Very similar to Diane's, but in this case, I put a little banner up here and have the winter wishes. Very simple, but the designer paper speaks for itself with the deer. And so everybody will get that one. And then this is the last one. And this is that stamp with the outline with the deer. And this cuts out the frame. And so that's the fourth card. Oh, I got to make an inside for this one. You'll get a white mat for the inside. And then all the little foliage and your snowflakes already cut for you. Cool. So that is the sweet class for December that we know Connie is signed up for now, in case anybody wants to get signed up for it. There's plenty of that one yet. So the first one is, and the last one is a tie for you. Good, Angelique. I'm glad you guys like them. And Donna said the game night cards are cute. Good, good, good. So you guys, look at that. We really got all 3 cards made in about an hour. And so for those that are new, I know Atina's new, just know whenever you do get card kits from me, people say that they generally watch the class, so they know how to put the cards together, and then they go ahead and make the cards later on, or maybe they keep up with me to a certain point, and then they kind of let it go and finish it later. So never feel overwhelmed or that you can't keep up with me, so you're not, so that you're a failure. No, don't ever feel like that. Just know that you're not meant, you don't have to keep up with me. I made these cards, designed them with Diane. I know them back. I could make them in my sleep. And so they just come so fast for me. But know that you guys can always catch or watch the replay later. Lynn says they're all beautiful. Sharon likes them. Good, good. Okay. So do you guys have any questions or need help with anything else while you have me? I've got a minute here where I can see if anybody else has anything coming in, but my plan for the afternoon is to keep getting through my mail. You guys, Veterans Day was on Saturday, so all the mail got collected and delivered to me today, so I have lots of mail to go through, and I have lots of emails to get through, so my plan is to do that, get caught up on all that stuff, and then I have class tonight at 6:15 with my club class, and then tomorrow is another day, and my pre-order will arrive tomorrow from the product purchase premiere, so I can start strategizing and planning out my escape, my winter creative escape. The other thing is I'll be working on my schedule, everybody. So right now, if you go to my schedule on my website, it's through December. And what I'm working on is putting together, and I know some of you love it, I make my whole year-long schedule. So you have January through December. You have all the dates for all the classes, so you can mark your calendar if you are organized like that. And then I also make a January through April schedule. The January through April schedule has all the names of the classes because we pick our product, or so this was called the Magical Meadow class. We pick the names of the classes based on what product we're featuring. And we can do that January through April. So that's what we're right now in the thick of. And then the January through December schedule will only have the names through April in it. And then what we do is we add the names as it gets, as we have them. So, yeah. So enjoy the rest of your day, Randy, as well. Hippie Kansas Girl will buy a kit. Also sends you a PDF to refer to. Yes. When you buy a kit with me, yes, that is a good point, Cindy. Anytime I do an online class, you get the PDF included in your class. And for those that took this class with me, I do, Sherry Martin, send me an email. I do have one more game night, and I have more. I have about 8 to 10 of them, if I had to remember off the top of my head, and we'll get you one, Sherry. We'll put you on the list. Just send me your 5 lucky numbers between 1 and 30 as well. So for those that took this class with me, I was a little bit tardy. I sent it last night. Normally I try to send a tutorial about 3 days or 2 days in advance. So we have class on Thursday night. It's the Joy of Christmas class. I need to write the tutorial. I always say I need to because it always feels like homework. But I generally get to do something. And so I will be working on that between today and tomorrow. And so those that got this class with me today, though, I emailed the PDF last night about 11 o'clock before I went to bed. And so hopefully that's all in your inboxes in case you didn't see that. Yeah. Tina is a planner. Yes, good. I love planning too, you guys. I like to know things far in advance so I can set my schedule. And you guys are very accommodating. If I need to change anything because the family stuff comes up, that happens. But I love to get that skeleton calendar for the whole year kind of penciled in, so you kind of know what to expect. So, yay! All right, you guys. I kept it down to an hour and 50 minutes. I love it. So not even, because it's an hour and 38 minutes. So we did good. You guys, lots of sunshine, love, and big hugs to you. Reach out to me if you need anything. I'm always here to help. Reach out to me however you normally, and if you don't know, if you're new, you can email, text me, call me, Facebook message me, call me anytime, just as long as you call. You guys have a good rest of your day. We'll see you on Thursday night for sure. If I sneak in a showcase or if I sneak in a scavenger hunt, it'll be an impromptu video, and you guys can always catch the replay if you're not able to watch it with me. But love you long time, you guys. I'll count to 10 just in case it ends early. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.